Welcome back, viewers. This is James Kalm again on the bike. And we're off our New Year's Eve hiatus, and we're going to go in here to the Peter Freeman Gallery, 140 Grand Street, and take a look at an exhibition of new work by the wonderful Frank Stella. Well, this piece is titled K56 Large Version from 2013. And this is paint on acrylon trial, butadiene, styrene, and stainless steel. And geez, I swear Frank has been hanging out with some of the California car people, because he's got some beautiful candy apple colors and metal flake paint. Oh, this is my first visit to the Peter Freeman Gallery, but it's nice because this is back down in SoHo. Oh, there's James Hyde. This was the kind of galleries I was visiting when I was a kid here. This piece is titled K114. This is 2008. This is paint on carbon and stainless steel. And I actually like some of Frank's pieces where he doesn't get totally carried away with the paint, where you get a chance to see what the materials are that he's dealing with. And oh, hey, there's the artist. I think the other interesting thing is he's got some pieces here that I don't think you could deny that this is a sculpture. And one of the things that I always thought was funny was that at his last show, I guess it was up at Paul Casman about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Oh, that's nice. He kind of made a point of calling pieces like this high relief, but well, you could drive a bus through the back of these things. So I think it was his way of kind of encouraging thought about what a painting was and how far you could push it before it became something else. Frank has always been someone that's been influenced by high-tech and kind of new materials. I remember doing a little interview with him up at the Metropolitan Museum for a show of his works on the roof there, and it was all made out of some kind of a composite, and I think it was from Brazil. Well, this piece is K123 from 2013. Paint on acrylonitrial, butadiene, styrene, and stainless steel. And this is 84 by 67 by 50 inches. And again, he's got some kind of repeated motifs. One of them is this spiral, an expanding spiral form that he's playing around with and twisting. And of course his metal arcs. This is titled K144. This is one of his nicer painted pieces. This is 76 by 97 by 49. I kind of like the sweeping arcs. It's getting into some fluorescent colors. And that hole is nice. Somehow, thinking it'd be great to get some of Kenny Scharf's kind of stupid head sculptures together with these, what you call them, space age zap pieces. Oh, we'll step into the main gallery. Oh. Well, I'm impressed with the gallery space. It's going to be about 5,000 square feet. This is huge. Actually, some of these really do have a almost an architectural feel. And I think that at some point, maybe a couple years ago, that Frank designed a band shell. This huge piece is titled Big Flea Archerbahn, and it's 110 by 130 by 96 inches. So that's roughly 10 by 8 by 12. This is definitely public sculpture size. Although it should be a little dangerous to get out there in a park and have little kids falling down on these sharp edges. And I like the clusters of these forms. I guess this must be the TUSK. And one of the other things is that Frank sometimes adds these pre-made metal parts. Very nice, kind of high-tech fittings. Now this is a monster piece. It's titled Red Jang. This is from 2009. Paint on fiberglass and stainless steel tubing, 155 by 212 by 64 inches. This is nice the way we get the contrast between the finished and painted fiberglass and some of this more raw molded fiberglass. Oh, look, it's got a little note on the top there. Top 1. I actually like one of the things that Frank Stella at some point said to Carl Andre when Carl was carving some of his first wood pieces, and that was that not carving the wood was also sculpture. And I guess you could say that not painting the fiberglass is also sculpture. Oh, hey, that's crazy. I like it. So this piece is titled The Big Flea Easel. Paint on TUSK solid gray, 3000 aluminum and stainless steel. And this is kind of interesting because as I walk around this, I'm almost getting a sense of some of the Picassos maybe from the mid-30s. He was taking the bone from the beach and composing things with him. Oh geez, I haven't seen this guy for years. Okay, we snagged James Hyde here. Tell us a little bit about what you think of the show.
Well, I think what the pleasure of Frank Stella is that he pushes you.
He does push you.
You know, if you came here and got what you expected, it actually wouldn't be a Frank Stella show.
That's true. You know, I was looking at a couple of these pieces, and I'm actually getting a little bit of an echo maybe from some Picassos. You know, in the studio, Picasso in front of the easel, those very kind of hard-edged biomorphic abstractions he was doing in the maybe late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
And this is titled The Big Flea Easel.
Mm-hmm. And I think that there's Calder, in a way, kind of.
Yeah, that's true.
Haunts these works. There's something that circus-like.
Kind of playful.
And a type of practical mathematics involved.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Almost architectural.
Well, this is quite very architectural.
Okay.
But the math is different.
James Hyde, thanks. Okay. Well, I think Frank is also a master of kind of mixing up his mediums, the surfaces, kind of the transparent versus the translucent versus the opaque. Oh, that's a great little form there. Well, we'll drift into the last room. This is nice. It's K144. You know, it's amazing. He's got all this stuff kind of happening on the inside, opening a little shell, but he really still pays attention to all the details. Wow. Well, I wonder, this is presented on a long rolling table. It's great for seating. It's called Big Flea Train. Interesting, he's got kind of a honeycomb pattern in the middle of this form. It's paint on TUSK solid gray aluminum and stainless steel. And I know that we saw his last show up at the Paul Kasman Gallery. So I wonder if they're sharing him for this. I did talk to Frank, and he was a little bashful, so he didn't want to go on camera, but I asked him about the Ed Reinhardt show, and he said that he saw it and thought it was a very good show. I just wanted to ask him about how close he was to Ed, how he had kind of interacted with him, and whether he thought Ed Reinhardt had any effect on his work. But he claimed that he kind of forgot a lot of that stuff, so maybe this isn't the appropriate environment to ask him about that. This is Big Flea Platform, 117 by 98 by 99 inches. And geez, I like this. This must be part of the floor from his studio, maybe? Maybe it's part of a workbench. What he does with these planes, laying them out like shelves. We'll finish off our little tour by looking at Big Flea Truss. And yeah, I've got to say I like the shiny black lacquered pieces paired with the stainless steel. And this piece has got a tail. It looks like worn out duct tape over there. Looks like Needlehead, the character from Hellraiser 2. This is James Kalm reporting on Frank Stella, new work at the Peter Freeman Gallery, 140 Grand Street in SoHo. Thank you, Kate.